nobody help when I was hungry. Fake friends, they just slipping away. Now I got it, so I bought.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. He will find his man Chase complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Former second-round pick. This is Joe Mixon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tanner Muse there defensively. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon.
Another miss.
Still on his feet. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow 1st down. Buying time to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
At the 10-yard line.
Now it's Burrow. This is caught. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate. Gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that would be pinpoint.
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. They're passing here. Joe Burrow being chased out left. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one. And the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bengals are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
Bengals 7, Ravens 0.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. Off play action. Jackson. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try to get us ahead and try to keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big play there on the keeper. Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't matter whether you're actually on the field trying to chase it or you're just watching him play. This guy is sheer excitement.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. A gain of 8 there on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Dobbins. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, I know a defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Odell Beckham. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Burrow looking to pass. Open man is Chase, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. From the 30 on 2nd down, Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And Burrow going to slide to the ground as he does pick up the first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
He's got it. Touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7.
Bengals 14, Ravens 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Now Jackson. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Trey Hendrickson in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. He completes it to Beckham. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Well, normally the first thing most fans think of with Odell Beckham are the one-handed catches, right? But he's also pretty darn good, Charles, with the ball already in his hands.
And I caught a quick glimpse of him before the ball was snapped, and there was something about his body language. And you could tell early in this play, he wasn't just thinking first down. He was thinking end zone, and he got there.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Bengals drive about to get going. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
To throw again on second down. Burrow flushed out right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Eluding the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. To throw is Jackson. Flush to his right. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. Again, he finds Moore. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Again, Jackson escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. J.K. Dobbins, as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Try to lay one up deep. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big connection on that one. 36 yards.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round.
Taking it about the 1.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, it may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Flushed out right. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson can really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
And he's got this down to the 35. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Now Dobbins.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup at 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the third quarter of this divisional round matchup.
And he comes back with one complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4.
He rifles complete, caught by Moore. And in for the Ravens touchdown. DJ Moore from 6 yards away.
And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And a lead now up to 14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the...
He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now Burrow. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Play action. It's Jackson. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Well, for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well.
And you'd think on 3rd down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they called the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
We're in Baltimore. 3rd quarter action. 2nd and 10.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 51 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Right back to Dobbins on first.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Room here to run. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins.
His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Ravens are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this fourth quarter lead. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. And that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And there was so much that was impressive about this play. It wasn't just what he did downfield. How about what he did behind the line of scrimmage? This wasn't a play where he just had a direct path to get him downfield and make the big play. He had to adjust on the fly behind the line of scrimmage. And in the end, that became a tremendous run.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Steps up. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Adafe Owe. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Calais Campbell providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taken from just outside the 30.
Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back.
And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
If they can finish this one out, they'll book a date in the AFC title game next Sunday, and it looks good so far as they try to run some clock here in this fourth quarter.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they will finally get to him down at the Bengals 20.
146 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Here's Jackson.
Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he's going to go down, but a penalty marker too, and they might very well have jumped the snap there.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Burrow will throw.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time is run out on this ball game.
The Ravens going to move on to another week in these playoffs as we say so long, everybody.